Nobody knows my plan. Hey everybody, Ninten here, and I have got something to say. Have you ever been working with a computer and you wanted to punch it in the face? Well, I've been going through the same predicament. I'm sure you're probably aware that there are two dominant operating systems in the world today. I don't want to name any names, so I'll just refer to them as fruit. So we've got our apples and we have our oranges. Now the apples are very sweet and delicious and they're always very good, but sometimes the oranges are very gross, don't work, and cause me headaches. Now for those of you who may be wondering, I eat pretty much apples all the time. It's very rare that I ever have to take a bite out of an orange, but when I do, it's always riddled with bugs. Over this last weekend, I had to work extensively with an orange system, and let me tell you, it was no apple. I'm sure you're aware that there's a lot of debate over apples and oranges. Which one's better, which one can do less things, which one is sweeter, which one is worse, those sort of things. However, I was thinking, what if a third was entered into the market, a pair? And no, I'm not talking about Linux. Enter Ninten OS. Yeah, that's right, the Ninten operating system. And I'm not talking about doing some crappy Internet Explorer 5 browser skin. No, I'm talking about a full-fledged OS with my name right on the packaging. And also, conveniently placed throughout the software. The first innovation that we would have is something that both apples and oranges are doing wrong. We need to get away from this whole disk media thing and move on to something much more efficient. Cookies. Imagine a computer system where you open the drive and put in raw cookie dough, and then it actually makes a cookie for you. It bakes it and everything. And you would still burn data onto the cookie, so when you eat it, you know it. I don't know about you, but reading books is hard and it takes a lot of time. I think it'd be a lot easier just to download pages of Wikipedia onto cookies and eat them and then just know it. Now the only problem here is funding, and I never did get the $28 that I asked you to send me, but that's okay because we're starting a new petition right now. I was thinking of asking you, the viewer, to send in money, but then I thought, nah, we've gotten help from Martha Stewart and Chuck Norris before. I should add that Chuck Norris is Martha Stewart in his free time. So why couldn't we get support from someone who has a lot of money? Now obviously I'm not going to ask Bill Gates or Steve Jobs because they're busy with their own operating system. But I know someone who has a lot of money. We can ask and they would definitely give it to us. Matthew Lesko. Have you seen Matthew Lesko's commercials? He's trying to help everyone get money. Free money from the government. I mean, he may not have that much money himself because we actually get it from the government, but he knows how to get it, and he also has a very keen sense of style with that cool suit he's wearing, so I think we should trust him. So where do you come into all of this? You need to make a video response where you ask Matthew Lesko to help us get some government funding so we can afford to build a Ninten OS, and more importantly, the cookie drives. Alternatively, maybe you can make a video response or leave a comment on how exactly to build a cookie drive. I've been trying to figure it out for years, but I ended up eating the cookies before I can ever get started. So that's your homework for this week, YouTubers. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to put this egg crate on my head and sit in silence for the next 3 hours.